class, we will start with today's experiment, that is TKN analysis of solid waste sample. For that, we need our soil sample or compost samples which we have over here. So this is our compost sample. Next, we will require the chemicals. In that, we have to prepare first catalyst. So under catalyst, we have potassium sulfate and cupric sulfate. So you have to make the mixture of cupric sulfate plus potassium sulfate in the ratio of 5:1. So final, if I show you the cupric sulfate, the color of cupric sulfate is bluish color. So this is nothing but cupric sulfate. Then we have potassium sulfate, and potassium sulfate is whitish, that is salt. Color is similar to that of salt. That mixture you have to have in the proportion of 5:1. So that is cupric will be 5 times and potassium sulfate will be 5 times. So this is a mixture. So this mixture you have to take for further analysis, and these two we have to separate it. So this we have prepared, that is cupric sulfate. Then we have 98% that is concentrated H2SO4, which we have in this, followed by 40% NOH, which we have already prepared in this. Then we will need boric acid, that is we need to have 4% boric acid, and to prepare 4% boric acid, you need to take 10 ml of this to 1 liter. So we will deal with this in case of as it is mentioned in the AFA. Next we will need mix indicator. So this we have prepared. This is mix indicator, the final mix indicator. This mix indicator has to be prepared along with boric acid. So for to prepare the mix indicator, we will need methylene red, methylene blue, and both has to be dissolved in ethanol. So the proportion of this mix indicator is like you have to take 2 gram of 0.2 gram of methylene red, 0.3 gram of methylene blue, and this whole mixture you have to dissolve in 400 ml of ethanol. So final composition you will get something like this. So this is mix indicator which we have prepared. And this mix indicator, that is this mix indicator, you have to add 4 gram of boric acid in 100 liter of, that is 1 liter of distilled water, and in this composition you have to add 10 ml of mix indicator. So final proportion is like this, and color will be like something bluish or pinkish. Then at the end we will need a 0.02 normal H2SO4 titration purpose. So this was regarding the chemicals. Next we have sample preparation. For sample preparation we need to take 1 gram or 0.2 gram depending upon which sample you have. If it is soil sample, then you can take 1 gram. If it is compost sample, then we have to take 0.2 to 0.3 gram of sample. Then this sample has to be digested in digestion tube, which I will show you here. So this is our digestion tube, and these sample 1, 2, 3 and 4 which we have already digested. The color of final digestion will be something like bluish color. Once the color changes to blue, that means your sample is digested. Otherwise it is not digested. You have to again preheat and then heat up to 420 degrees centigrade. Once the color you have noted that it is turned into blue, then your digestion is completed. Then after digestion you have to make up those sample to 50 ml volume. So this is what we have already prepared. So this is 50 ml volume of digested sample. So in digestion process what we have to do is you have to take sample, that is 0.3 gram or 1 gram of sample, followed by you have to add cupric and potassium sulfate, that is mix indicator. That to how much? 3 to 4 gram of mix indicator. Then you have to add 10 ml of H2SO4. In this we are already having H2SO4, so you have to add 10 ml of H2SO4 in the digestion tube. So this is digestion tube. Then you have to digest the sample up till 420 degrees centigrade. The final color will be something like this. So it shows that your sample is fully digested. Then we have to make it to 50 ml. So that means you have to add distilled water to this. So final volume will be 50 ml. Then you can store it. So this stored sample can be tested for 6 months. That means you can store and test whenever you have time. So you can do n number of, that is number of sample at same time. So this is the distillation unit, or you can say this is unit where we will actually do the experiment. So in this I will just give you the brief. So suppose we have this digestion tube. So in this digestion tube you have to take sample. So in this you have to take 10 ml of sample. So let me take 10 ml of sample. I can either you can pipette it out or you can measure 10 ml. So I think I have to pipette it out. Just hold on. So we have got 10 ml of. So this is, we have taken 10 ml of sample. We have to pour it in digestion tube. After this you have two options. That means the digested sample. Then in that we have to add 40% NaOH. That is 25 ml of. Then we have to take 40 ml of NaOH in the same digestion tube. So I don't think you will be able to see. So this you have to take 40 ml. So I have taken 40 ml. You have to add it to this. This method can be work on both ways. Either you can directly add to the sample, or you can directly feed on this machine on this side. So it will directly suck the 40 ml as per whatever volume you have set. So we have added 40 ml NaOH to this. Then you have to set the program. So we have set the program at program number 2. So this is program number 2. Then first we have to start. So it is ready. So then we have to run. Press the run. So it is distillation is started on this side. But on the other side you have to add boric acid. That is this boric in 50 ml or 25 ml depending upon how much composition you want. So we will take 25 ml of this mix indicator which we have prepared. So this you have to take 25 ml. So this mix indicator we have taken 25 ml. Then the digestion will be, that is distillation process will be there for next 10 minutes. At the same time, you have to see that you have opened the valve, that is cooling valve. This tap you have to open it so that there is circulation of water inside the distillation unit. Otherwise, our heating coil will get burned up. So make sure that this tap is on. So after 10 minutes, you have to stop. That means the machine will automatically stop, and then you have to see that this sample will be turned into green color. Right now we have what you call pinkish or bluish, whatever you say. So at the end, that is after digestion, this sample will turn into green. Then you have to again titrate it against 0.02 normal H2SO4. Then the final color will be same as that of right now what we have. So that titrant value you have to take it, you have to note it down. Then we have certain calculation which will be seen in the calculation part. Thank you.